Hi everyone, my name is Jagraj and today I'll be discussing about Project Libre and resource breakdown structure as well as filtering. So uh, my project is regarding road construction, and we can look here that we have just different subheadings in the road construction, like we have land survey, clearing the obstructions like the tree line, and we have walls fitting and drainage, street lighting, installation of concrete, and electrical conduits installation, finishing. So I'll be discussing about resource breakdown structure. So let's go into resource breakdown structure. First, we will be going into resources. Resources, we will be going into resources, and we have our project manager, we have engineer, we have operator, we have plumber, cleaner, electrician, and initials. We have initials here. We can put the email addresses. We can put the resources, the type of resources. Most of them like work resources, and bulldozer dumper. These are material resources, and then we can uh, we can also the worker rate. We can put here that the standard rate is 30 an hour, 25 an hour, $17 an hour, 15 an hour. We can also put the overtime rate here, and it's 40 an hour, 30 an hour. And cost per use basically is not we don't put for workers like hourly workers, and but for material we put cost per use because material is used per unit, usage is there. And then we also accrue at prorated. Sometimes we calculate these at prorated basis. So, and we have a base calendar, like in calendar settings we can do the calendar settings, and this calendar setting I have done here is standard. And we can look here, like for example our RBS structure. We can go into resources and we can click on RBS. We have a project manager on top, and then we have indented engineer, operator, plumber, cleaner into project manager. We can look here into resources that I have indented all of these options in under project manager, engineer, operator, plumber, all under project manager. So we can see that these are subheadings of project manager here under RBS. So in order to have more detailed, or like for example more clear picture of that, we can go here to resources again, and we can select plumber. We can select plumber, and then we can go like this, these three, and then click on indent, and then these are indented under operator. These three are indented under operator. We can see that clearly. And then we can indent bulldozer and we can we can indent these two under bulldozer. So here under operator as well. And then we can see from here we go on RBS. We can look here that we have two. Now RBS is comprised of two, like project manager, and the subheading is engineer, and then we have operator. We have indented all these into these, right, under these subheadings. In order to again recheck it, we can go into resources, and then we can click on outdent. We can select these. We can select these and we can collect on outdent. And here again we can go into RBS, and we can have this structure. And in order to have like plain structure or flat structure, we can go again in these resources, and we can have this outdent again. And now we can clearly see that we can go again in RBS and see that, oh, it doesn't happen. We can go back again, select project manager, all these, and then click on outdent. Outdent, and now we can see that we have a flat structure. We can clearly see here that we don't have any budget. We have cost, although we have cost under each section, but we don't have budget. We don't have budget under each section. So let's indent these again, and then we will have a budget under each section. And then we'll have a budget under each section. We will go on task. We'll go on task, and then we will go on Gantt. We can see these headings here, these lines, these histograms, these lines, and where we can see that these tasks are predecessors. Like for example, each task will be completed and then next task will be started. Each task will be completed and next task will be started. And these tasks are also aligned with this calendar here. Like some people don't like to work on Sundays, some people don't like to work on Mondays. So we can see here in calendar, we can see that non-working time, we can put like Saturday or Sunday as non-working time. And for example here we have a, it's set as default, but we can see that we can set Saturdays, like for example, as non-working time. These are you use as default, like Saturdays and Sundays are non-working times. And similarly on these, in these lines we can see that each task is started when the next task is, when the precedent task is completed. So now going on to budget, we can see that we'll click on save on baseline. For entire project we'll be creating a budget. We will see that baseline 1 and click on OK. So now we can see that in resources, when we go on RBS, we can see that there's a change in resources now. And when we go back again on tasks, Gantt, and again we will click on baseline, baseline 2 for entire project. We can see that there are marked changes on the baseline, and we can go on resources again and click on RBS and see there are a couple of changes there. So, and next we're gonna view our filter options. And we'll have will like for example in filter options we can clearly see that which tasks are critical tasks. Like here the task, couple of tasks are critical tasks where each task will be completed and which are at critical stages. And we can also sort them with like priority, when they are starting, when they are finishing date, or their duration. For example, we can sort them, or as like for example cost, we can sort with cost, like cost is considered important. And then we can also group them under critical or not critical, and cost, and for example resource names as well. That's all. Thank you. Hope you guys will find help from this. Thank you all.